people, it's me, Anja. My pronouns are she and her, and welcome back to my channel for a new recent reads video. The first book on this list is called Dear Mothman. This story is a middle grade contemporary written in verse that follows a young autistic transgender boy as he is navigating the death of his best friend. This book is absolutely so good and it's so excellent. First of all, the writing was so lyrical and absolutely so tender and so pretty. The story was so wholesome and hopeful and so well done. You know what I mean? The characters were so well developed and so distinct. The disability representation as well as the queer representation was done so well, and I just really enjoyed it. The friendships were so wonderful and so wholesome. This book is really good and it's really well done. And with that said, I would definitely highly recommend it because it definitely exceeded my very low expectations. I had lower expectations for this book because the author Robin Gow previously wrote A Million Quiet Revolutions last year, which I think I rated 3 stars or something like that. But anyway, overall, this book was so good and so awesome, and I would gladly read more by this author in the future if they continue to write middle grade, you know what I mean? So anyway, overall, I would definitely highly recommend this book. The next book on this list is called Unspoken Magic. For those who don't know, this book is a middle grade urban fantasy sequel to Unseen Magic, which I really enjoyed last year. And I'm so glad that this book lived up to those high expectations. I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars as well because it was absolutely so good. First of all, the world building was so magical and absolutely so immersive and so inventive. I will gladly continue the series if there are more sequels. I'm not completely sure how many books will exist in this universe, but I will gladly read more because literally this book was so good. The plot was so intriguing and so engaging. The plot twists were literally so good and they made the story so much more captivating than it already was. The characters were so well developed and so distinct, and I love the trio friendship. Like, it's so good and I really enjoyed it so much. This book is absolutely so fantastic, so good, and so underrated. Like, this book was such a good, solid sequel. I loved how the author expanded upon her already creative world building and such good, strong characters, you know what I mean? So anyway, overall, this book was really good, and I would highly recommend it because I rated it 4 out of 5 stars because I really enjoyed it. The next book on this list is called Hamra and the Jungle of Memories. If I have mispronounced her name, please let me know and let me know what the correct pronunciation is. But anyway, for those who don't know, this book is a middle-grade fantasy retelling of Little Red Riding Hood with a Malaysian twist. First of all, the world building was so excellent and so immersive and absolutely so magical and so inventive, and the Malaysian culture really came to life so well. The plot was so intriguing and so engaging. The characters were so well developed and so distinct. Literally, all the different platonic relationships made so much sense, and I love them all individually. This book is so good. I just really enjoyed it because I was so captivated by the story from the beginning to the end. The adventure made so much sense, and I just loved it so much. This book is so excellent, and it's definitely one of my favorites by this author. At least, it's definitely my favorite middle-grade book by her. But anyway, overall, this book was really solid, really excellent, and really well done. So overall, I rated it 4 out of 5 stars, and I would definitely highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called Stars and Smoke. For those who don't know, this book is a YA contemporary romantic thriller that follows a young spy as well as a celebrity who cross paths when they are both assigned on the same mission. I know that that's a rather vague synopsis, but I feel like if I explain too much, it will give it all away. So anyway, overall, I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars, and I really enjoyed it. And I was honestly quite surprised that I really enjoyed it because I haven't really enjoyed a book by Marie Lu in a really long time since I DNF'd Steel Striker, although I really enjoyed Sky Hunter and Warcross and the Legend trilogy. So yeah, it's been a really long time since I've really enjoyed a book by this author, so I was not expecting to be fully captivated by this story. This book reminded me of why I love Marie Lu and why a few years ago I used to say that she was one of my favorite authors, although I don't quite say that anymore since I did DNF her previous book before this, Steel Striker. So anyway, I digress. The point is, this book was really good. First of all, the romance was so well paced and it was so well done because literally the characters were so well developed and so distinct. I love them both so dearly. Winter and Sydney are such wonderful characters. I also love that Winter is queer because his queerness felt so like authentic and so well done. The plot was so intriguing and so engaging. Their chemistry made so much sense. The world building was so awesome. I was so invested in the mystery and the thrilling parts of it. You know what I mean? Like, this book is so good and it's really, really amazing. So anyway, overall, I would definitely highly, highly recommend it. I will be reading the sequel and I really, really enjoyed it. The last book on this list is called Daisy Jones and the Six. For those who don't know, this book is an adult historical fiction story that dictates the formation of Daisy Jones and the Six and ultimately their end, which is a fictional band, and I really, really enjoyed it. First of all, the plot was so intriguing and so engaging, and I was so captivated by the story from the beginning to the end. The characters were so well developed and so distinct. Camilla and Daisy were definitely my favorite characters, although I will say, if I'm being completely honest with you, within the band, I did find myself forgetting about like half of them, which is why my 4-star rating cannot be increased to a 5-star rating. But overall, the world building, the 70s were really like well done, and the setting was literally so vivid for somebody who like didn't live through the 70s. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense, but overall, I really, really enjoy this book because the story was like so gritty and bittersweet and really well done. I don't know if I'll be watching the show, but I will be reading more books by this author in the future because she does such a great job with this like interview format, you know what I mean? So anyway, overall, I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. And with that said, I would definitely highly, highly recommend it. So in conclusion, March was a really, really good reading month since I read about 42 books. I can't say much about April yet since Daisy Jones is the only book I've read so far. But anyway, overall, like, I rated all the books on this list 4 out of 5 stars. And I would definitely highly, highly recommend them all. If you enjoy this video, please don't hesitate to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below the kiwi emoji if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!